as well as in the Arab community and the Persian and Muslim community in general. Firstly, we have been evaluating the situation that is taking place in the Middle East, especially in Palestine and Lebanon, where the regime of Netanyahu, a fascist regime, a murder regime, since a year has carried out an extermination of the Arab population, Muslim population of the region. We have seen in last weeks how the worst practices of war have been applied, the use of explosive with large dimension planes last generations to bomb and destroy entire buildings, to destroy communities and towns. And what they applied in Gaza, destroying streets, populations, communities, they continue to do it here in Lebanon now. A criminal policy that has been developed with the support, and we have to denounce it, of the government of the United States of America, the complicity and support of the European Union, who seem to be in an aggressive career to exterminate the population. We cannot tolerate this. Humanity cannot tolerate a single dead more, nor another bomb falling over children, women. More than 41,000 dead in Gaza. Now, thousands of deaths in Lebanon. They came from a war in Syria, and the sovereignty of a fellow country as the Republic of Iran was intervened. Mr. Netanyahu goes to the United Nations, an entity created to promote peace and understanding among nations, to threaten the world with a war in the whole region. This is simply a crazy plan of this person. Maybe it is the event, the attempt, the worst against humanity that we have known since the end of the regime of Mr. Adolf Hitler. It seems that we had a new Hitler with Mr. Netanyahu, armed and protected as Hitler was at the beginning by the great powers, so-called Western powers, with the purpose of creating political key in a region filled with natural resources and take over them. And they tried to do the same in Venezuela. Let's remember that it's the Zionist regime and the North American imperialism who are the ones behind the aggressions against the Bolivarian Republic. In this period, we have gathered today the ambassadors, business people, and the community, the Arab community and Persian community in Venezuela, as well as Muslim community, seeing how to apply the instructions provided to us by President Nicolás Maduro Moro yesterday after a meeting with the ambassador of Lebanon in Venezuela, where it was instructed to create a great international brigade against humanitarian to address the necessities and reduce the effects of these actions that are not war actions but extermination actions. And these people is the same Venezuelan people. We have in Venezuela more than 1 million members of the Arab community, the Muslim community, and the Christian community living in Venezuela, and they are our brothers and sisters, our family. We have a Venezuelan community in Lebanon as well, very important that we need to take care of, and it's being attacked. And the president was very clear and emphatic in the instructions he provided to us to create this package of humanitarian support and logistic support to mitigate these consequences. But we also have got the instruction to create a great world front to denounce and condemn this massacre, to allow the utilization of all the resources available in diplomacy and world politics to stop this regime. This regime won't be stopped in other way but global mobilization, as we have seen great mobilizations in Europe, United States, Latin America, popular mobilizations in Middle East, Asia, in favor of the Palestinian people. The strength has to be part of the diplomacy and the politics to condemn the regimes and their perpetrators pay for their crimes. So today we have agreed precisely the implementation of this work board so that in the next day we start with concrete actions to address this humanitarian emergency on one hand, and on the other hand to advance in the diplomatic path and to stop the Nazi regime, that is the regime of Mr. Netanyahu. With this information, we thank you, and we will continue to work in favor of peace and diplomacy, as our commander Hugo Chavez taught us, and our President Nicolas Maduro. Thank you very much. We were listening to words of Venezuelan President.
We were live to Caracas, Venezuela, where the minister. We were live to Caracas, Venezuela, where the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yvan Gil, offered statements following a meeting with members of the Arab community in the country. During his remarks, the minister assured the fascist regime of Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu is carrying out an extermination plan in dimensions never seen before, with the complicity of the United States and its Western allies. Venezuela will not tolerate this genocide and will promote a global movement to confront the Israeli aggressions against Palestine, Lebanon, Iran, Syria, the region, and also the world. This is all for the moment. For these and more stories, stay tuned with From the South.